Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Saturday, January the 20th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we get some good ones here, some repetitive ones. Now you will notice I have a few different than you do. I had rerolled complete a mutated event and kill mutated enemies, and I got a couple different ones instead. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. If you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there. If you're a brand spanking new player, if you're a returning player, or even experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble, I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can, because as we know, with every update we get, this game changes. And of course, you guys are the best. You guys help me out with that a lot with the great comments, which is greatly appreciated. All right, let's take a look here. This is quite repetitive since this past Tuesday with these daily challenges. They are usually repetitive, but not like this. But we'll kind of go through the same thing that we've been doing. We're going to start off with craft an alcoholic beverage in form of a fermented beer. And then we're going to go ahead and ferment an alcoholic beverage. We're going to do these two at the same time. All right, let's go to a spot there where we can find some ingredients. But before we do that, let's take a look here. So the first thing we'll do is we will look for some ingredients that we're going to use. If I can hit the right button here, Jim. Thanks, bud. Just waking up here, apparently. All right. First, we're going to take a look here. We're going to craft an alcoholic beverage, one. And as I said, we're going to use a fermentable beer. Let's go to our brewing station here. We're going to go craft. We're going to go beer. So there's our fermentable beer. 2 boiled water, 1 corn, 2 razor grain, and 2 wood to make 1 fermentable beer. So we can do that right now. However, I would like to show folks who are maybe stumble across my video or are brand new to the game, new to my channel, to show you where you can find corn and razor grain. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go to a pretty good spot here. Let's go to Cobbleton Farm first. We were here just the other day. There wasn't a whole lot here, but a couple days have passed, so I'm hoping it had regrown back. So we're here at Cobbleton Farm, and we're here to get some corn and razor grain for our fermentable beer. Now, of course, there are going to be some ghouls up here, so keep that in mind. Here's our corn patch here. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot to pick from. This is a good spot typically for some corn. Just not at this moment. Because we've been getting a lot of corn lately. And here's some razor grain that we can normally pick from as well. There's not really a whole lot to pick from here. Let's move on. We'll go to another good spot. One of my go-to spots. It's right down here in Silva Homesteads. Let's go ahead and we'll fast travel down there. Okay, we're here at Silva Homestead. Billings Homestead is just down the road, as we know. So Silva Homestead will have all kinds of corn up on the hill. But as I said, we've been coming here almost every other day. And we've been not getting a whole lot. So some corn right here. Perfect. Oh, see that corn disappeared? That's like that. That's weird. So just keep in mind, if you are looking to pick up vegetables, or if you're a herbivore, there's a really good perk card you can use. It's under Perception. And I always like to make mention to it. It's called Green Thumb. Reap twice as much when harvesting flora. Okay? So it's probably a good card to have in your back pocket. Even if you're a carnivore. Like myself. Just for these particular daily, weekly challenges you can do. Let's see what else we got for some corn here. Corn added, nice. So we don't need a whole lot of corn. We do need double razor grain. So for every 1 corn, we need double razor grain. Let's see how much corn we got on us. Oh, we'll do that in food and drink. So we got 20 corn, so that's enough. Some of it's ready to go. So you got to be careful of corn and razor grain because corn and razor grain will have a condition bar on it. So if you're not quick enough and if you let it go a couple days playing, it'll spoil. So keep that in mind. We're down here to Billings Homestead, just down the road where the workshop's at. Now we have to run down because we can't fast travel down here until we claim the workshop. You can go ahead and claim the workshop if you like when you're here. But I'm just here for the razor grain myself. And as we can see, there's a lot of razor grain that's already kind of picked. But this is the big razor grain patch here. It's pretty huge. And again, we're going to need double razor grain. You can easily come here and do this stuff even if you're a brand new player. And try to be sneaky about it if you don't want to fight those creatures off there, those ghouls, however like you play your game. Alright, there we go. So we should have enough razor grain now. Let's go down the list here. Razor grain, so 19 razor grain, so that's more than enough. Let's head back to my camp. Alright, we're back here in my camp. And we're going to go ahead and craft an alcoholic beverage. We're going to go right to our brewing station. Got all of our ingredients. So beers, fermentable beer. So we need 2 boiled water, 1 corn, 2 razor grain, and 2 wood per fermentable beer. Now we're going to craft 3 of them because we're going to have to ferment 3 of them for the next daily. There we go. Craft an alcoholic beverage in terms of a fermentable beer. So FYI on that. Okay. So now we have our fermentable beer right here that we just crafted. And so we are going to do this one here. Ferment an alcoholic beverage 3. So we just crafted fermentable beer. Got our ingredients. Now we go to our fermenter. All right. So you can see under my food and drink, we'll see the fermentable beer that we just crafted. I'll have the yellow condition bar on it. And we are going to assign these 3 fermentable beer over to the fermenter. And you'll see it pop over. So we're going to assign it. You can see it how it pops over. Okay. So now these fermentable beer are in the fermenter. And in the course of 15 to 20 minutes of real life gameplay, real life time, the fermentable beer, as you can see, it just slowly kind of tweaked down a little bit. This yellow line will become a black block with a line through it. So the fermentable beer will become a beer just like this, as we have seen this past week. And it will no longer have a condition bar on it. We can just keep it as long as we want. We could sell it, we could drink it, we could drop it, whatever. Okay? So hopefully within 15-20 minutes we'll be able to do the rest of these dailies, and you'll be able to see the fermentable beer become a beer. Okay? And that's all you gotta do with that. What's next here, Jim? So while we're waiting for that fermentable beer to become beer, we'll do some other stuff here. Let's go ahead. We'll do some stuff right here in our camp. Scrap junk to produce glass 10. So there's many great spots around the wasteland where you can find bottles. Okay? One such spot is right down here at the Somerville's docks. There's all kinds of bottles. All kinds of bottles down here. Grocery carts full of them. Okay? Another good spot is right at the kill box upstairs on the roof. There'll be some bottles up there as well. But if you're looking for the fastest, quickest, easiest way, just try to get these dailies done. To move on to something else, you can bulk glass at your Tinker's Workbench. Just go ahead and go craft. Go down to bulk. Go down to bulk glass right there. As long as you have 15 glass shards in your stash or scrap box and 2 plastic, this method will work for you. Let's go ahead and bulk. Just 1 glass. That's all that we need. back out. Let's go ahead and scrap. Scrap the bulk glass we just crafted. Done. Scrap junk to produce glass. 10 for 10. Easy. Super easy. Okay, what's next? Let's follow it first. Build a floor or wall decoration in a workshop or camp 5. So we go ahead and claim a workshop. Any old workshop will do. However, if you're looking to build stuff, you might as well just do it at your camp. That way you can kind of keep it. Or you can scrap it like myself. So I'll build a floor or wall decoration at your camp. That's what we're going to do here. Let's go ahead and do some room. Open up our build menu. Now, I always like to kind of mention to you guys, just build something. If you don't plan on keeping it, just build something that doesn't cost a lot of resources, okay? Floor decor. Like I usually kind of go for mats or rugs because they usually cost only cloth and rubber. Usually cloth and rubber is something that a lot of people have, okay? And even something only requires steel, right? Like these steel barrels, only 4 steel. You got all kinds of steel here. So let's go ahead, craft 5 of these bad boys. You can decide to keep what you build, or you can decide to scrap it, whatever you want, however you want to play your game. Scrapping, you get a little bit of it back, not a whole lot, but done. Just like that. And as always, I always recommend building this stuff when you're outside. That way there, you're not deleting part of your building. Which I always like to mention to you guys. Okay, what's next? Let's go ahead and claim a workshop 1. So any old workshop in the map will do. Okay, because I'm up here, we're just down the road from Hemlock Holes. Let's go ahead. We will fast travel to the closest location, Hemlock Holes here. Just down the road from us. Now, if you're in the forest, if you're closer to another location for a workshop, by all means. By all means. Let's go down the road here towards the workshop. Now, if you're brand spanking new to the game, and if you're not sure, sometimes you can go to workshops and you don't have to clear enemies. Other times you do. Most workshops only cost 25 caps. If it costs more than 25 caps, that means there's somebody had already owned the workshop before you. And they may have built some stuff that remains in the workshop. You're pretty much paying for what's going on here. Hi there. He's running for the hills, folks. Oh, jeepers. How you doing? There we go. So we cleared the area. Now we can go down to our workshop here. Claim the old workshop. 25 caps, perfect. I think the most I've ever paid for a workshop was about 55 caps, but I was on a public server, and there's a lot of turrets around, a lot of traps, and that person who had owned it before had left the server, and so that's why it costed a little bit more. That's why, I always like to kind of mention that just in case if you're a brand new player and you're kind of wondering why some workshops cost more than 25 caps. There we go, claim a workshop, 1 for 1, die. Just like that, guys. Easy. Again, any old workshop in the map will do. What's next here? Kill glowing creature 1. Perfect. Let's go ahead and check the old map here. I have several locations, several standalone videos showing you some great spots for glowing creatures. One of the best spots is right here. Fairly easy. It's Monadga. Let's go ahead there. You can fast travel there close by for free fast travel if you wish. Right up here, Fort Atlas, and then make your way over. So we're here in good old Monaga, and we are here for a glowing creature. Now, glowing creature, of course, talking about anything but a robot and a human. So mole miners, super mutants, ghouls, scorch, cryptids, insects, animals that have to be glowing, right? come across those once in a while in the game. Usually right down the end of the road here, usually there is a glowing mole miner there. Now, Monaga is a good spot for about 10 to 12 mole miners. Usually about half of them are glowing, which is pretty awesome. So there's our glowing friend down there. Let's switch weapons. We're just going to go ahead and take care of all of them. Okay, there's our glowing creature right there in the form of a glowing mole miner. Pretty good. Pretty decent. Let's see any. Yeah, there's a glowing one down there too. As I said, usually about half of these guys are glowing, so keep that in mind. Great spot. You don't have to go all. You can go through the town if you like, or you can just come by and get these dailies done, and then move on with your day. Good old Monaga. Okay, what's next here, Jim? Cripple Blood Eagle's leg too. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go to a good spot where some Blood Eagles are. What's up here? Ammo dump. Seneca game camp. Yeah, let's go here. We haven't gone here in a little while. Might as well pick on them for a bit. So if you do this right, all you need is one Blood Eagle. You know, left leg, right leg kind of deal. I prefer to use either ballistic ammo, like 45 or 5.56 or 10 millimeter. Now, you would have saw me last week. I used bow and arrows based off a suggestion from a subscriber, and it worked really well. But most of us just have ballistic weapons, and this is what I usually kind of go to. And unless there's a lot cripples I have to make, and then I'll switch to the bow. Now you can free aim if you like. You can free aim for the legs, or you can go ahead and use VATS. I prefer to use VATS myself. Under perception, there's a card for that called Concentrated Fire. This allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. All right, let's use this one here.
Who goes there?
Who goes there? He says. Let him get a little closer here. We have to get a little closer to him. So there's our right leg. Let him get a little closer. Oh, he's hidden. Right leg. Let's go to the left leg now. There we go. Now most times, I've seen it in videos where all you need is just one. You do it right. You have the right weapon, I should say. Wow. How you doing? Huh? You can go ahead and take care of these cats if you so wish, whatever you like to do. Just gotta watch out for some traps here. It's a good little spot to pick some stuff up. Wine there. Well, there's the example of bottles, right? You can pick up and scrap. Some machine gun. Nice. Nice. What I'm using right now, actually. Love the submachine gun. I don't normally see a piece of power armor in a steamer trunk like that. Weird. Whatever. Whatevs. Alright. Now, there's another beer bottle there, right? Another wine bottle. So we get to just come here and get all the glass and scrap it. As I say, bottles are all over the place. Just empty bottles. So that's that. Now we're just waiting on that fermentable beer to ferment to become beer. So let's head back to the camp and see how it's doing. Get up here, Chip. So many camps there, sometimes I forget which camp I'm at. There we go. Back here at the old camp here. Let's check our fermenter to see how our our beer is coming along here. Also, it's almost done. So there we go. There's our fermentable beer. As we can see, it's down to a sliver. So it hasn't been that long, right? Since we put this in here. Once upon a time, it used to be a lot longer. I made some videos, I would say, gosh, 10 months ago, maybe 10 months ago. And it used to be a lot longer. And I actually had timed it, and I cut the video. And I showed, I can't remember what the time was. I'm thinking it was like a half an hour, at least anyway. Those videos are kind of rough, using all my old equipment when I first started making videos, and but they're still valid today. Same thing, I did the same thing today. Still works, so that's pretty good. As we can see, that's kind of that little sliver is slowly making its way down. Down to a tiny little sliver. Let's put some ammo. Already did that. Okay. Put some stuff away here. While we're waiting. That stuff in there. Nice, nice. Check back here. How's this doing? See the little tiny little sliver just hanging on for dear life there. But watch this pop, and you'll see it disappear, and then you'll see the beer pop up. It'll look just like this, a bar with the white line through it. Move this out of the way so you can see. That's pretty cool how it works. I'm glad that they made that change. Whenever they made the change, I think it was last summer, that they made the time to ferment shorter. Might have been the June 2023 update when they did that, but happy to see that stuff. Because it takes up real life game time. There we go. See that? See how that's done? Okay, see how it just popped back in again? So now that's just the beer, and we got credit for that daily challenge. So I wanted to show you that part of it, as I know we were kind of out and about when it popped up, but I wanted to show you what it looks like for those who either re-roll it, but that's how easy it is. Like, during the making of this video, 22 minutes, right? And nothing special. If I could do it, anyone could do it, that's for sure. There you guys go, we are done. Just like that. Easy peasy, extremely repetitive this week for some reason. Don't know why, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, ArtisticallyArranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Starwin138. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.